Hey everyone, this is Angie at StampingWithAmore. Welcome to my channel. We got another Christmas project today. I'm on a Christmas roll right now. I have done so many Halloween, and I usually don't do a whole lot of Halloween, but I loved the new Designer Series paper that came out in the scrapbooking brochure, so I really wanted to use that. And little stickers because, oh my gosh, those make things so quick and easy, y'all. So today I am sharing a Christmas cracker, but this one is a snowman. Look how cute he turned out. Oh my gosh, y'all, I've made Christmas crackers I think every year. Yeah, I decided to do this little snowman one, and this top comes off. Actually, this does have quite a good size hole, so I wouldn't put anything loose in there. Like I have Hershey's nuggets in here and they won't fall out. So that's a good size. Something that's a good size. Don't put like M&Ms that are like loose in there. I would put them in a little cello bag or something like that if you want to put like M&Ms in there. But isn't he cute? And this ribbon is so perfect for him with the, I call these little snowballs on the end of it. I love this ribbon. So I'm sharing this today. The top comes off like this. And y'all, this fits very tightly. So when you do it, don't think it's not going to fit. You have to just like maneuver this and get it inside and just kind of squeeze it, and it's going to go in. And you just want to play with it, get the ends all in there, and then push it down because it fits really nice and snug. And I love that about this because it's not going to fall apart just by, you know, lifting up the top like that. I just really love that. I put a little Christmas tag on him. It says Merry Christmas. And yeah, we're making this today. So let's get started with it. So I am using for this, I'm using the Humble Home, but I'm using it just for the Merry Christmas because it's a really small one and I wanted a small tag on it. And you can do the to and from as well. And then I'm using the Sparkling Snowflakes, and that's to stamp his little hat that we're going to put on him. And then the Stylish Shapes is for this third circle here. And I already cut out 2 of them, but let me tell you what the size of that is. So it's this one right here, and it's about 1 3/4, about 1 3/4 inch circle. And this is for the inside and the bottom of the box. And I already cut out 2 of them right here. Still got my Halloween paper out there. So these are the ones that we're going to use, and I'll show you how we're going to use that. And yeah, I think that is everything. You need some basic white. This piece is for the bottom. It's 6.5 by 5.5. And then for the hat part is going to be 6.5 by 4. Then we are going to need some scrap basic white, basic black, and some pumpkin pie for his nose. And then the ribbon that I'm using is this Pool Party, and it is called the Pom Pom ribbon. I love this ribbon, y'all. It's so pretty. And then I'm going to use a little bit of the 3 twine combo pack, and I'm just using this, and that's to hold the tag on. All right, so let's get started. I'm not even sure if this is available. If it is, I'll put it in the supply list, but I'm not sure if that's still available. But you can use basic white as well. All right, so we have to make it first. So we need to score our 2 pieces here. And we're going to score the basic white, and this is thick, y'all. I use thick on these boxes because it just is so much sturdier. So try to use the thick on it. I'm sure the other one will work just as well, but I really like the thick. So on this one, you're going to score it in the 6.5 inch side, and you're going to score it at 1/2, 1.5, 2.5, 3.5, 4.5, 5.5. And then you are going to turn it, and you are going to score it at 1 inch. That is for the bottom of our box, our little cracker there. And then on this one, it is 6.5 by 4. So on the 6.5 inch side, you're going to score it at 1/2, 1.5, 2.5, 3.5, 4.5, and 5 1/2. And then when you turn it, this is where you're going to do this a little bit different. You are going to score it at 1, 1 1/2, and 2. And that is going to be it for that. Now, we're not using any dies or anything for this. Like, we used to have a cracker die. It was a lot smaller than this guy, though. It just made a regular cracker. So, okay, I'm going to score all these marks here. I'm going to sharpen them all. And you want to sharpen all of these score marks. It's really important for how it shapes up. And then on the top part, this is going to be folded in like Mountain Valley style. This middle one's going to go the other way, and then this one's going to go the opposite way. So it's going to kind of look like that. But we're going to cut this, so I'll show you how to cut it in just a minute. Let's do the same with this one, but on this one we're going to cut off this little corner piece, the 1/2 inch piece. And then you're just going to cut up all of these. And I like to cut up all of these and not cut into them because it makes it easier to get the bottom of the box right. So let's sharpen all of these. Y'all don't run away when you see boxes like this. This is an easy box to do. Alright, so let's use some CL Plus for this. I'm going to put it on this side here. What? Got some paper on that in there. Let's get that off. Okay, and then on these, they're going to fold this way, so be very careful not to get that stuck to there, but we're going to put it on all of these here on the bottom, very bottom edge of it. Alright, so let's go ahead and put this together. Go right up to that score mark. Don't go over it, but go right up to it. And then these, make sure you keep this a 6-sided box because you don't want to it to be out of shape or it won't fit in the inside. So I'm going to start there and then bring these all in so you can see it's still shaped the right way. Alright, so this is where you're going to use these 2 little pieces here. And I'm going to use some CL Plus on this. Put quite a bit on there so it stays. And then you're going to just stick that on the bottom. This makes it really sturdy on the bottom. And then we're going to do one on the inside. I'm going to use wet glue for the one on the inside. Just make sure you drop it down there very carefully so you get the glue side on in there. I'm going to use my bone folder here. I knew this would happen when I do a video. Before I got it down perfectly and it didn't give me any trouble. There we go. But of course, whenever I do a video, it always makes it more difficult. Alright, so see how it's still shaped the right shape? Alright, let's get doing this top part. Now we're doing this all by hand here. And what you're going to do first is you're going to just start. There's 3 lines here. 1, 2, 3. So you're going to cut a V like that. And you're just going from the outside to the middle, from the outside to the middle. We're going to go on all of these, but one thing is to be very careful about is you do want to leave a space. So I'll show you here in a minute. So you want it to leave that. Don't cut all the way through or you're going to mess it up. So you're just going to keep going. Just make sure you leave that space there. So can you see how it's turning out? You have to leave the space right in the middle here. Just keep folding each one. It's really easy to do. You just want to leave a little, don't make it too thick. Just make sure, you know, you have it. I'd say it's about maybe 1/4 inch. And then we're going to, let's stamp this. I meant to stamp it on it first, because I usually stamp first and then cut it out, but I forgot to stamp the snowflake. So we're going to use some Pool Party for that. I'm going to grab my snowflake, and I'm going to just go ahead and stamp that. It's a lot easier if you stamp it first, but it's still going to be just fine. I always forget something, y'all. Okay, let's see. I think we're good there. I think that's enough. It's so pretty with the snowflakes though on it. All right, so now let's go ahead and add the adhesive to our 1/2 inch side here. Make sure you use tear and tape or the Seal Plus because you want it to be strong. You're going to do the same thing with this one, line it all up. And before you do anything else, there's this part we have to cut yet. So now that we got it glued, we can cut this other piece right here. Let's get that all the way through. Be really careful when you're doing this part because you don't want to cut through. Alright, so there we go. Now we have it all ready to go. Now here is the part where you have to be very patient to putting this in here. You just got to squish it in there. But let's put the candy in here. I got some Hershey's Nuggets. I'm going to put that in. It makes it a little bit heavy, so it makes it a little bit easier to go in. But you're just going to squeeze that in there. Just work at it till you get it squeezed in there. And you see it will go on there. And it's nice and snug. It's really snug, like it's not going to come off. Alright, let's grab our ribbon. So we're going to put the ribbon now around this top part. I'm going to tie a knot. And you want to squeeze this so it closes pretty good, as tight as you can get it. Don't rip your little pieces that you just cut. Just be real careful. Alright, let's go ahead and just tie a knot now in this. So it stays closed there. I'm going to cut this side a little bit shorter. I think that side's good. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to grab my piece to stamp my sentiment, and I'm going to just stamp the Merry Christmas using some Versamark. And I love the size of this. It's perfect for this. Then I'm going to cut it like a little tag, so I'm just going to cut it small. I'm just going to kind of make my own little tag here. Like that. And I'm going to use my little 1/8 inch hole punch. I have one linked in the description if you don't have one, because we don't carry this anymore. And I'm going to grab my baker's twine here, piece of that. We're going to add it to his hat, and then we're going to make his cute little face. So I am going to wrap this around here. I'm just going to tie it in the back. I'm just tying it in a knot. You can put this part on first, if you want, but I like it to show on the outside, the tag. So that's how it's going to look. Now let's put his face on. So I am going to use a regular hole punch and some basic black. And I'm just going to punch out 2 little eyes. And I'm going to use my wet glue for this. So we're going to put his eyes on here. I need my take your pick tool. Y'all, if you don't have one of these, you're missing out because, oh my gosh, this thing comes in so handy, especially when we get to the little ones. Alright, so here's his eyes. We're just going to cut out our own little nose. So I am going to just cut a triangle, and I am going to round the ends of it just to make it look more like a carrot. And we're going to put his nose on. I made the other nose a little bit longer, but that's okay. Just make it how you like it. I'm going to put that on there. And then we're going to do his mouth, which I'm using this little 1/8 inch one, and I am going to cut 6 of them. Punch 6 of them, not cut. And I love this one because it holds those in there. And then we are going to just glue his mouth on. So we are going to put 6 little dots on here. I'll just do a couple at a time. This is where this take your pick tool comes in super handy, because I want to spread them out how I like it. Leave room for his little ribbon, his scarf at the bottom. I don't know if I did 5 or 6 on this. I think I did 5. Oh, now the last one's going to give me a hard time. Oh, it's because let's do this one. Yeah, my little gummy stuff was sticking out. Alright, so there's his face. And then you can put little cheeks on him if you want, but I liked him like this. I'm going to take my pumpkin pie blend, and I'm just going to make some little lines in his nose, like carrot lines. Just like that. And then we are going to take the ribbon, and we're going to just tie it around like a little scarf. And one thing I did when I was doing this really helps, is to put either some wet glue or some little glue dots underneath, and it'll hold it. You don't need very many, just a few to hold it in place. So you can tie it really easily. I'm going to just tie again a knot. Again, I love this ribbon, y'all. It's so cute. And then we're going to cut this. I'll cut them both going the same way, like a scarf. And then I'm going to use one more glue dot on here. And I just put it on the back side here. Let's move this all out of the way. And then just so it holds it together. Look how cute he is. Is he not adorable? Oh my gosh. This is so fun, y'all. This would be a great one for your kids, your classroom stocking stuffers. Yeah, it's really fun to do too, and it's really easy, y'all. You gotta give it a try. All right, everyone, I hope you have a blessed day. Thank you for watching. If you want to place an order, this is my new October host code. And if you place an order, I'd really appreciate you using it. And I hope you all have a blessed day. Thank you so much for taking time out to watch the tutorial. And I'll catch you in the next one. See you later, everyone. Bye.